Learning the language. I mentioned a number of times how critical it is here. So believe me, trust me, it's critical. And if you think you're gonna not do anything until you come here and then for some reason you're gonna have a burst of energy and get it done, that's not very likely. If you're not already making moves to do that, you probably won't do much better when you get here. But I will comment on some methods and techniques. I bought a software program some time ago called Rosetta Stone. And it's supposed to be the #1 on the market. And I've gone through it again and again. I bought the Maximum Lessons, Latin American Spanish. And I've gone through the lessons and I've done real well with the lessons. And it didn't seem to help me. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain it to you. Maybe it helped, I mean, definitely helped some, but it didn't get me speaking Spanish. Now, a friend that I know here, he's involved in real estate. He did a little video, well, his mother did a video with him in it. He managed to learn conversational Spanish within 6 months, nearly fluent. And of course I've seen it in action, so I know it's true. And what he did was, well, 2 things. One is he found a series of audio tapes by someone called Michel, M-I-C-H-E-L, no A, Thomas, Michel Thomas. And you can find them on YouTube. You can find them actually for free. You don't even have to pay. But if you pay, I think it's $39 for the series. And he operates on the theory, as I mentioned once before, that most conversations take place with about 400 words, combinations of those. And all he does is he brings up a word, explains the word, he points out the differences of pronunciation. Many Spanish words are the same as English words. Actually, they're just pronounced so dramatically different that we don't recognize it. So he goes through that, and he grows the sentence. So he'll bring up a word, and then it is such and such, and it is not such and such, and it is such and such for me. So it grows and grows and grows until he fleshes out a whole series of sentences around a word. And his tapes, that's what they do. And they're actually quite effective. I listened to the first half hour of that and got more out of it than dozens of hours on Rosetta Stone. I actually walked away being able to speak some things that I never even considered that I was at that point before. So I highly recommend that. Also, when you get here, there were 2 things I said that he did. He also, at some point, he got a local girlfriend. Her English is okay, and it was a good way for him to learn more Spanish, and they're actually getting married. Now, I had that video about finding somebody, but they're basically the same age and same kind of background. She lived in the United States for quite a while, so it's almost like, he's hooked up with an American. But that aside, the other thing you can do when you get here there are groups, some for pay, some are free. There's coffee meetings where once, twice a week you go for a few hours and meet with like-minded people that are struggling with Spanish, and and you'll have Ecuadorians that'll come volunteer, and you just sit around and try to have conversation. You know, at some point, in the beginning, you're probably going to be awkward. You're not going to say much, but at some point, you know, you're going to join in here and there, and it's all about practice. And that practice is what is going to make the big difference. Taking adventures out into towns and that kind of thing alone. There's nothing better than being alone, in my opinion, to do these things, because you're forced into it and you stop worrying about how you look and how you sound and, you know, feeling like you're stupid because you said a word wrong. When you're out on your own, you don't have much choice. You have to do it. And that helps you get comfortable with the idea of it. You know, it's almost like these videos. My God, I hate doing this. I hate editing them because then I see myself, I hear myself. I mean, it's really, really awkward for me, but the more I do it, the more I kind of forget about that part of it. Language is the same thing. So there's different methods, there's different techniques, there's classes here you can pay for, but you definitely need to do something.